What's up everybody, I'm the Bentist and we're back with another YouTube video. Now obviously you can tell we're in some new digs here, and that's because we actually made the move down to Dallas and we are here. All because of you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. My orthodontist office, Windcrest Orthodontics in Plano, Texas is going to be open January 15th. How insane is that? So if you're looking for some braces or something and you're in the area, make sure to hit us up at windcrestorthodontics.com. So before we get going, I had a special video asking me a question about retainers. Now before we get in depth into retainers and everything else, let's go ahead and react to this video and see exactly what that question is.
I have a question.
Okay.
How long do I need to wear this thing? I got it in 5th grade. It has music notes on it and it's sparkly. Am I just supposed to wear you until the day I die? Am I supposed to transfer to like Invisalign at some point? I've been wearing the damn thing for like 10 years now. What if it breaks? Where do I go? I just wanted to know. It didn't come with like an instructions manual or anything.
All right, well that's actually some really good questions. Obviously, if you're here from TikTok, you probably already saw that I made a reaction video to this. And I sent you guys here because in today's video, we're gonna be going over Retainers 101. The ultimate guide to your retainers. Everything you need to know about retainers will be in this video. So it's a great one. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so the first step of Retainer 101 is the knowledge of what is a retainer. Well, a retainer is something that you guys have, okay? When you get done with braces, you need to retain where they are. So we give you a retainer. Now, a retainer is something that you wear or that is permanently glued onto your teeth to keep those teeth exactly where we want them. Awesome, straight Hollywood smile. Before we get into everything else that dives into it, we know why we have retainers. Now we need to figure out the 3 types of retainers that we have. So looking over here, we got our 3 types of retainers. We have one, the Holly retainer. Now a Holly retainer is a little more old school. It's made of wires and acrylic. You've probably seen them with the cool colors. The one that she had in the video is actually a Holly retainer. They're a little bit stronger, but they're not as aesthetically pleasing because they got that big old wire across them. Number 2, we have the Invisalign type retainers or the clear retainers. These guys are just really popular. A lot of people use them. I specifically use them as well a lot. They're really easy to wear, 1. 2, they're a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. You can wear them during the day or you can wear them at night whenever you need to, and they will be just fine. Now the third thing that I actually like about them is as you wear them down, you'll actually begin to see little wear spots on them. And they actually give you a little bit of protective coverage when you're grinding at night. If you do grind and we notice these holes on the retainer, we can send you over to your dentist to get yourself a night guard to help protect those teeth long term. Now the third one that you guys see is the bonded retainer. Now the bonded retainer is something that is glued onto your teeth. Some people like to call it a permanent retainer. We don't call it a permanent retainer because that thing is inevitably going to break off. Okay, that's just how it is. I try to avoid using these if possible because, you know, 1 bite into an apple pops right off. Number 2, it's hard to floss. 3, you gotta watch out with stuff that you're eating. And 4, plaque, gunk, everything else gets stuck around that retainer and it really causes some issues with gum recession and everything. So depending on what retainer you have really depends on what you have to do to take care of it. Speaking of taking care of your retainers, let's go ahead and move on to the next part of our Retainer 101 guide is how to clean retainers. Obviously, it depends on what type of retainer that you have. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the clear retainers. Once again, this is what the clear retainers look like. So if you've got them, that's what they look like. So the first thing that comes to mind is just to grab a toothbrush and some toothpaste and clean away. Now, speaking of toothbrushes, this is a great segue into something nice. Now, this is actually not an ad for a company that's paying me. This is my company. You guys asked for merchandise, and so what I decided to do was instead of doing merchandise, I decided to make my own toothbrush company. And instead of just keeping all the money for myself, a lot of it is gonna be going to charity or something nice. So each time you buy a toothbrush from us, it is actually going to give a toothbrush away over to somebody in need, like a child at a children's hospital like St. Jude's and stuff like that. A portion of those proceeds will be going to the different charities, some of which even 100% of it will be going to charities. So be looking out for that soon at somethingnicecompany.com. If you want to type your email in there and stay up to date with our launch date, just go ahead and put it in there and we will let you guys know. Now speaking of which, toothbrush and toothpaste, you would think that it would be the easiest way to clean it, right? Unfortunately, that's wrong. When you have a clear retainer like that, if you use a toothpaste, those toothpastes have abrasive in them, okay? And the abrasive actually grinds away at that clear retainer, causing it to become cloudy. And now that clear, pristine Invisalign retainer is now a cloudy, white, nasty retainer. And once you get it there, you can't get it back without buying a new retainer. So the best way to do it is denture cleaner. Denture cleaner is actually the best way to clean these types of retainers. Hawley retainers as well. Clear retainers and Hawley retainers, this is the best way to clean them. The best way to do it is to grab a denture cleaner tablet, drop it in some water, drop your retainers in there for a little bit, probably 5-10 minutes, take them out, and then brush them with a toothbrush and water. That will easily keep them clean. You just got to make sure to do it often because that plaque and calculus gets really gunky on there really quickly. Bonded retainers are a little bit different. To clean a bonded retainer, you gotta, one, make sure you're really diligent about brushing and flossing on your end, but the biggest thing is you need to make sure that you're meeting your 6-month cleanings at your dental office. And the reason is one, they have to basically get all the gunk and plaque and calculus off with a scaler around the bonded retainer, and two, it's so they can check it to make sure none of the glues have broken off and make sure that your teeth are still safe. Because if one tooth breaks off of that bonded retainer, that tooth will shift and you're gonna have a crooked teeth real quick. Okay, so now that we've answered the types of retainers and how to clean them and everything else in between, next up, the question is, how long I gotta wear this Bentist? Man, I've been wearing this retainer for 10+ years. How long do I have to wear it? And the answer is pretty much forever. I know, it's crazy. Now, back in the day, we used to think that once you did braces, you wore a retainer for a year and then you stopped wearing it and everything was gravy. Little did we know, 5, 6, 7 years later, everybody's teeth shifted back and that was a mess, wasn't it? So now what we actually have is retention for life. Once you get your braces off, you have to wear a retainer basically for the rest of your life. Now, does that mean you have to wear them 24/7 for the rest of your life? No. Normally, when you get out of braces, we have you wear them full time for about 4 to 6 months to allow the bone to solidify around your new tooth positions. From that point forward, we go ahead and we tell you to wear them at nighttime only for the rest of your life. Now, after you get a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line, your teeth are gonna get more and more solidified into that final tooth position. At that point, you don't necessarily have to wear it every single night. You can wear it once a week or once or twice a week, etc., etc. Now, if you put it in and the retainer is actually, really tight after a day or two of not wearing it, maybe you should wear it every night. If you can wear it once a week and you pop it in once a week and it feels just fine and doesn't feel like anything's moved, then maybe your body's a little bit different and you can wear it a little bit less. But the answer is pretty much forever. Alrighty, moving into the final piece of the puzzle here, we have the last question of the million questions in that video, and that was, what do you do if it breaks? I mean, if I'm gonna be wearing this thing for the rest of my life, isn't it important to maybe, have a game plan if it breaks or it gets lost? That's actually 100% true, because the worst thing I see as an orthodontist is someone who put all that time and effort into getting their braces, getting their teeth absolutely straight, and then they lose a retainer and they don't think about getting a new one. Within a couple months, their teeth are crooked again and they have to go through braces all over again. Don't let this be you. So if your retainer breaks or if your retainer is lost, make sure to contact your orthodontist. Now, in her case, she didn't even know who her orthodontist was. So at that point, you can go to any dentist, any orthodontist, and basically say, hey, I lost my orthodontist's retainer. I lost my retainer. I have no idea how to get it back up. What do I do? They'll be able to put you in touch with an orthodontist or be able to make one for you. So there you go. That's as easy as what it is. We just learned everything you need to know about retainers. The Retainer 101, the ultimate guide for questions on your retainers. And now you'll be able to have these retainers for life. One of the biggest rules that I have before we leave is just as simple as this. If you have a retainer and you take it out of the case and you put it in your face, that's fine. But the second that those retainers come out of your face, they go back in the case. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe bell and make sure to give this guy a like for the algorithm. Help me out, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get to 100K before the end of the year, and I think we can do it if we get your help. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it so much. Once again, be looking out for something nice and everything that's gonna be coming along with that. I can't wait. Our goal for the first year of this company is to raise $1 million for charity. And I know that sounds absolutely insane, but I know with your guys' support we can do it. So be looking out for that as well. And let me know down in the comments below, what other videos do you guys want to see? Do you want to learn about whatever it is? You just let me know and we'll try and make a video on it to help you into your braces journey and onto that Hollywood smile. Once again, I'm the Bentist. We'll see you in the next one. Deuces! I'm out!